What up guys, it's Gaz and welcome to Warframe video. So we're doing another Helminth video today, and yeah, we're all over the place. We got nerf videos this day, pet videos this day, Helminth videos all over the place, but you know, there's lots of content to make videos on. Okay, maybe not lots of content, there's lots of stuff to make videos on, how about that? And we're going over pretty much everything on this channel, and today, like I said, Helminth video, we're doing a Helminth Octavia setup today, and we definitely figured this one out live on Twitch, at the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Gaz_TTV, and it was pretty fun, actually. This is not the first choice I had for Octavia, but it actually is my favorite choice at this point. So, we are going with the Rest and Rage ability that comes from Equinox. And yes, I know Equinox is very annoying to farm, so here's what I'd recommend to you if you're going to be subsuming Equinox, period. I'd say, get the one version of Equinox farmed from Tilrig or the boss fight on Uranus, and then level that up for mastery, and then subsume it, and then get Equinox Prime to keep around forever as like the Equinox you use for like gameplay and all that. So the ability you get is going to be Rest and Rage, which is going to be either a sleep attack that will put the enemies to sleep, make them vulnerable to finishers, or the other version if you have a light energy color. So it basically changes the effect depending on your energy color. With a dark energy color, you put them to sleep. With a light energy color, you make a speed increase and damage vulnerability. It's very similar to like the Speed Nova ability where the enemies will move faster, attack faster, and take more damage. But it's also moddable by strength. So 20% at base. With our build, 20% speed increase at base. With our build, it will be 31% speed increase and then a 78% damage vulnerability increase. So it's basically a mini Speed Nova 4, like I said. And that combines pretty well with our first ability, Mallet, which basically it throws a little ball on the ground. The enemies will shoot at it, and depending on how much damage they shoot it with, influences how much damage they will take. So when we increase their attack speed and make it so they take more damage from the damage vulnerability, it works really, really well with this ability. Because like it even works against high level armor too, which is sometimes Octavia's issue. Now, like I said, you could use a different ability. There's also Fire Blast, which will remove enemy armor. It comes from Ember, and then we've also got Pillage from Hildren, which will also remove enemy armor. Don't forget to use Octavia's fourth ability, Amp, which will increase the range and damage of your first ability, Mallet. And we did replace Octavia's second ability, Resonator, with Rest and Rage. And the most important ability on Octavia, or one of them at least, is her 3. It's going to have a bunch of buffs on it, but the only buff I really care about is the invisibility buff, which is when you basically teabag crazily. It will show the song. There's a lot of things in Octavia, so you actually want to pick a song to use as your ability song, and we have E1M1 from Doom. There's no way I can actually link this to you, I believe, so you're going to need to basically, I'd say go to Recruit Chat or something like that, or go to Region Chat and ask someone to link you E1M1 for Octavia so you can use this song. It's very good, has good damage, easy to get invis, because the type of song you have equipped on Octavia's Manticore will influence how you get your invisibility. And then as you can see right here, I have a light energy color, or it's an emissive color, sorry. A light emissive color. If I was to change this to a darker color, it would become the other version. So you want to pick a pretty light color to get the day version. But like I said, there's also the extra utility of having the stun from the finishers on the 2. Now here's the build I'm running. We are running the Calm and Frenzy augment mod from Equinox. So whenever we kill an enemy that's affected by our Speed Nova debuff on Octavia, it will spread to enemies around them. And that will be increased by range as well. So it's really, really similar to having a Speed Nova debuff on the enemies. Now I know our mods are all over the place level-wise, but it works. And this amount of strength is great for increasing the speed. I'd like a little bit more strength, but it's fine. And then we've got enemy radar. You could definitely run corrosive projection to make you're going to kill the enemies even faster with that. We've got streamline and then some range. You definitely want good range in Octavia. Even though that your 4 will double the radius of your mallet, you want to go even harder on that. So we're not even going to do simulacrum gameplay in here because the enemies will instantly die. Here's some Steel Path Infested. Now we'll also show Steel Path Grenadier, so don't worry too much. But yeah, it's really good for Infested because it's basically Speed Nova on Infested makes them run towards the ball really fast, and they're going to attack the ball even faster because the AI is terrible sometimes. So there you go. It covers the most of the room, and yeah, pretty good stuff. There's us using the 2 right there. They die pretty much instantly, so you're going to want to be recasting that somewhat often. as you see, like that enemy died, it spread the rage buff to the enemies in the area as well, and it's really, really good. So highly recommend it there. Like I said, I do have Pillage on one of my other configs, but the thing is, Octavia does not need the shields from Pillage. Fire Blast is going to knock the enemies over and make them not attacking the orb, so that's actually kind of bad. And the way that I'm looking at it right now is if they have armor left over and aren't instantly dead to the orb, they're going to be able to attack the orb more and then give you more damage that way. So there's the Infest. I mean, Octavia already trivializes the Infested, but this just makes them destroy themselves even faster. So moving on from the Infested, we also have a really good Isolation Vault. If you didn't know this, those Isolation Vaults on Deimos, Octavia is very good at doing them solo because her Mallet, the ability that we were talking about, like the first one, the enemies shoot at it and they take more damage. That also works on objects, which is like boxes and stuff. It also works on necromechs. So the necromech will shoot the orb. As long as you're invisible from teabagging a bunch from your 3, it won't shoot you because you're invisible, obviously. And you can also use the second ability from Equinox does work on the necromechs. So you can either make it take more damage and speed up, or you could even put the necromech to sleep with the sleep version. And like I said, you can just switch your emissive color to get the sleep ability. It will only go to sleep for a couple seconds, and it will resist it eventually. But, I mean, if you're using the right weapons, you'll one-shot the necromech anyway. So, yeah, Octavia destroys the Isolation Vault solo. I know I'm only 3 minutes into the survival, but hey, I don't got all day to record this video. So, yeah, it should work for quite a while. There will be a certain point where the armor just gets too ridiculous that you probably would want to run Pillage or Fire Blast instead. But, you know, this is definitely very, very good. And very consistent at the levels I was testing it at. So, yeah, it even kills the Xmas guys. So moving on to the Isolation Vault solo. Not going to take all day here. It's only going to be like a 10-minute video, if that. So here we are in Isolation Vault. Get the right angle. The big important thing to keep in mind with the mallet is it is line of sight dependent. So if an enemy's on the other side of the wall and you're like, oh, my mallet's going to kill them. No, it's not. They have to be able to see the mallet to take damage from the mallet. And it's also got to be in the range of it, too. So it's a little bit limited in area of effect, but it's still very powerful damage-wise. The enemies don't stand a chance here at all. This is the Steel Path, honestly, spoils you. You're like, the game is so easy after the Steel Path, because, like, the Steel Path is bullet sponge mode, and normal missions are, like, wet tissue paper mode, comparatively. So, yeah, we'll just get through this little Isolation Vault. There's lots of waiting in the Isolation Vaults. I wish there was just a little bit more engaging, the middle section. Like, I know I'm playing Octavia and saying I wish it was more engaging, but I think that these like little red marked enemies should be those jugulous, gigantic tower dudes every time, because those guys are actually somewhat challenging in some situations. So that would make it a little bit more difficult, because I find the Isolation Vaults very easy. Because here's the thing, I usually play Necros for Isolation Vaults, and even with Necros, it's super easy solo. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like an MR29 player complaining the game's too easy, but whatever. Here we go to the Necromech. So the Necromech's it will become immune a little bit here, but don't worry, it will die pretty quickly. And we don't have to do we're not even attacking it. It's attacking itself. So put the mallet on the ground, use the 2 on the Necromech. It's attacking the ball really fast. And once the Storm Shield goes away, the Necromech is gone. So yeah, I highly recommend this to you guys. It's good. It confirmed it is good. And like I said, with Octavia Spree, with E1M1 from Doom, you just hit your 3, and then you teabag a bunch, and you're invisible. Also makes your pet invisible. This also will work for your teammates, too. So they can become invisible as well. So I could just quickly show it on level 175s in the Simulacrum. Like I said, we just showed the Steel Path. I don't think that actually is going to change much. Sure, whatever I have spawned right now, let's just do it. Whatever these guys... let's just see how fast they die. We'll use the Rest and Rage to make them attack faster, too. And there you go. It didn't take very long, like I said. They're getting increased damage, and the more damage they attack this thing with, the more damage they will take. And it will spread when they die. So we cover a huge area with the Rest and Rage. The Ogma, if you don't have the Ogma mod, it will not spread, so you gotta keep that one in mind. And then the song you pick on Octavia, like I said, is very dependent, so... Either way, guys, hope you found this helpful. Like I said, the other abilities I did try out on Octavia. We tried out a couple. I tried out Empower, which is the innate Helminth ability. And we also tried out Pillage. With a bunch of strength, you can do 53% armor removal with Pillage. Also shield removal, technically. And for Profit Taker, I'm actually going to do a different one for Profit Taker. Because because I do sometimes play Octavia for Profit Taker. You could there's lots of things you could run. Maybe even rebuild shields would be okay in Octavia, because sometimes you drop your shield and all that. So either way, in the near future, might try that out a little bit more. But till then, talk to you guys next time. Peace.